Welcome into another edition of Ron and Jen's Great Escape. It's an effort to distance yourself and ourselves from all of the negativity. I changed the word
You
from
did.
toxicity to change it to get rid of the negativity that surrounds discussion. All right, so
Yes.
RESPECT is what this effort's all about, if you will.
Well, and toys. I like how you're getting into this. Excuse me, Ron. I like how you're getting into having different things in front of you.
Well,
I try to mix it up so that so people think that we're not doing 20 episodes in a day, which we're not. So.
No, we're not. We
No.
try to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
I do want to point out, though, that you did steal that sign from my stash.
I did.
In
Well, it
the
was a
office,
gift.
the office of Chez
I got
St.
it for
Pierre.
you.
Yeah, one
Do you
Christmas.
remember? Was
yes.
it a Christmas gift?
One Christmas you got that for me. My office is adorned with some Christmas gifts
Yes,
from you. So
that's right.
I want to say I
Good
appreciate
gifts.
that.
I'm a
All right.
good gift giver when I give a gift.
You know, people say, "Oh, we're getting back to normal." We're very, very far away. When you do give a gift, yes, I got that.
That's what you get.
We're quite a ways away from ever being normal again, if we ever return to any sense
really
of normality.
want to go back to that?
Go back
what
to
we
some
were?
stuff. Some stuff. You know, I'm not sure I want to be what we've become, but you know,
Well, yeah.
I'd like to find.
That's a solid point.
I'd like
Ron.
to find the porridge in the middle if we can
I
do that.
agree with you. Yes.
Our state is closed. 13 COVID testing sites. All right, so
That's good.
I guess that's a good sign.
Hey, all right.
Because the number of tests have gone significantly down, and we did quite well as a state in terms of the number of tests going on. It looks like a marijuana bill will make it to the Senate floor, where of course it'll die a very quick and miserable death.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. This year, yeah.
The state needs money.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
And how they gonna get a little extra?
Yeah. I mean, it's low hanging fruit. It's low hanging fruit.
Why are you taking all the weed?
So whether or not it goes anywhere,
No.
very much up in the air, cloudy air of marijuana smoke. House Speaker Sakarchi says the question of marijuana legalization will not be decided until after the budget process ends this month. And when that happens,
What did I just say?
what, you just
The budget process. Well, yeah.
Well, this would help the budget process,
That's right.
House Speaker.
That they're going to try to figure out if they need to approve this based on. I'm telling you, Ron. You watch. Listen to Nostradamus.
Yes.
I'm telling you, they're losing money left and right. Connecticut, Massachusetts, all the, Maine. I don't know if it's legal there yet. Actually, I think it might be. But look, they're losing a ton of money by not having.
Oh, I agree.
Public dispensaries open, not just for medical marijuana card holders.
So, will it come to a special legislation session? I don't know. I just hope that they're not all watching 1936's Reefer Madness.
Oh, I know that.
That'll scare the bejesus out of them.
well,
Do you know they made a movie musical out of that?
How did it do?
Not very well.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would.
I didn't hear anything about it. Anna Gasteier's in it, whom I really like.
Oh,
and
I
she's
love
incredibly
her. She's
funny.
great, yeah.
But it's a 2005 musical comedy.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's a movie.
That's there are just some things you don't redo.
Yep. The e-bikes, the electric bikes, are returning to Providence soon. They're going to roll in 100 of them and say that 400 will be available by September. How quickly do you think these are all going to get stolen?
How
like
does
the last
this whole
time.
thing? Who gets those? I mean,
I've never seen anybody riding.
That's right. So is it just for the kids around RISD to be kind of artsy fartsy and look cool? I mean, so you go and you. At this point, I'm sure you slide your card or use your chip or whatever.
Probably.
You take the bike, you pay for it, and what? That's it. Don't you have a bike?
You have it for a certain amount of time, and that's it. But these are electric bikes, so I mean, you're not.
But isn't that kind of nasty
around.
after COVID? Think about it. I mean, I want to be touching as little as possible when other people. Particularly,
no, I understand.
I trust you.
That is a valid point.
Yeah,
it's now the time to be rolling in these publicly used bikes.
We don't even shake hands in church anymore.
No,
that's
sign
gone
of peace.
forever.
Sign of peace out.
Yeah, now you're just like, hey,
hey, how you doing?
What's up?
How you doing there, pal? Speaking of pals,
yes,
Pal's Restaurant is closing. That's in East Greenwich. Been around for 88 years. So if you fancy Pals,
why are they?
It's time. The guy just said, look, it's too competitive now. He's 76 years old. He said, it's time for me to enjoy my family. So good for him. He's got the means to enjoy his family.
Stuff like that.
Me too.
That's sad.
But if you'd like to frequent Pals one more time, they're going to close on July the 1st. So make your reservations now. To quote Mayor Vaughn from Amityville, those beaches will be open this weekend.
Yes.
We had a great white in Rhode Island. A great white.
I'm not surprised.
I'm scared.
I'm not surprised. Rhode Island kind of sucks, Ron.
Well, you're going to talk about how it's not that much
Yeah,
fun. in
well,
a
that's what
little
I'm
bit.
saying. And the shark evidently didn't know that we're not fun here, so he
Right.
kind of meandered into
Mhm.
our waters.
But he got tagged.
He did.
He got tagged.
He's
This-
alive. He's
yeah.
alive.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want people to be, what was he doing? No, he didn't
No.
get toe tagged. He's tagged.
He's tagged. Point Judith Harbor of Refuge, Saturday, they tagged this baby. 7-footer. So it's a baby. It's a petite. But, do you want to go in the water and see that?
What do
thing?
they do? Is that thing like a GoPro? Do they follow? Do you know what a GoPro is?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
What's a
GoPro is one of those things that you put on your helmet when you're riding.
yeah.
So do we get to see through the eyes of the shark?
It's sort of like
or is it just kind of where he goes? Is it GPS for where the shark goes?
Yeah, that's where he goes.
Oh, that's kind of
if
boring.
he's making other sharks.
I want to see what he's doing. How do sharks hang out?
Well,
What do they do in their downtime when they're not killing things and eating them?
Well, that's
I'd like to know.
That's what they're going to try to find out.
Yeah.
So what's it called? GoPro?
GoPro.
That's like the old monkey cam on Letterman when they used to put the
you
helmet
just-
on the chimpanzee with the camera.
A lot of people. It's funny.
great.
You can get one. I guess now you can probably get
I
'em.
missed that show.
Yeah, well, I don't. Between 75, I miss bits of that show.
Yeah.
Between 75 and $200, they used to put them on dogs. So, and owners would show you this is what Fifi is doing
During
in
the
her
day.
spare time.
Right.
Yeah, and then they post it on the internet.
Right.
It's funny.
Sleeping in the sun. That's
Well,
basically
some
what they do.
are like that.
So anyway, there's a great
Some
white.
open fridges.
That's true. There's a great white out there in Rhode Island's beaches somewhere. So
Yeah,
those
that's why I
beaches
don't go to the beach.
will
Ron.
be open this weekend.
No thanks, pal.
Bad behavior continues. Well,
Come on, now what?
This is why we can't have nice things.
Is it at a water park? Is it on an airplane? It is on an airplane.
It's on an airplane. FAA growing
Yeah.
concerned now. Oh, now they're growing concerned
Yeah,
about
well.
the number of unruly passengers. It's hit 3,000. That's the highest since 1995. That's because everybody got the cabin fever.
Well, but you don't hear about. Wait a minute now. It just seems to be. Isn't this interesting? On airplanes. What about trains? What about buses? You would think that
I'm
on
sure it's
public
coming.
transportation
Sure.
that people would be getting a little unruly up in there.
Especially during the summer when
You
the
know,
heat when the heat
it's hot. Yeah.
that heat cranks up.
And the bus runs out of AC, so they got the sliding windows open.
Mhm.
I mean, it's terrible. But why is it only airplanes? Can I ponder this?
Right now, it's only airplanes.
No, I
so
don't know.
stay tuned,
Hmm.
as we say in the trade.
Yeah.
And in Georgia, things went amok, if you will. A supermarket cashier, morte. Dead, 2 people recovering after a confrontation over, of all things, wearing a mask.
Come on. I thought
Yep.
you were going to say the cashier dropped dead when he was, weighing a melon.
No.
Somebody killed this
Yep.
dude.
Yep, this
Isn't
guy,
that awful?
Victor Lee Tucker, apparently got into an argument with the suspect.
Was he packing
He
heat?
was the suspect. No, he wasn't packing it yet, but he left without making a purchase, came back in, and shot 3 people.
I'm telling you.
One of them not with us anymore.
That's
unfortunately.
terrible, Ron.
So that is some of the stuff that's making headlines today. That is terrible. So we want to escape from that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so
wow,
the
but-
escape begins right now. all
Yes,
right? Now,
yes.
a lot of people really dig Jen's news.
Really?
I think they've
I get
fallen.
lots of emails about your accordion
Do they
playing.
really? I think that they've fallen in love with the theme that you play on the kazoo.
Well, I have some bad news.
What is that?
There's no theme this week because there's no Jen's news.
This week.
This
podcast.
Well, yes, this podcast because this particular Jen's news segment has been preempted
No.
by wham 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 wham. I've been trying really hard, baby. Ooh, to whatever it says in the song.
I never thought I'd long for that kazoo.
Come on, let's get it on.
That's Marvin Gaye, right?
Because I can't play the song because it's copyright. That's not copyright, right? I can sing it.
As long as you sing it, yeah.
I tried.
See, if you had warned me you're going to do this,
Come on.
I might have learned it on the accordion.
Because it's this week instead of Jen's news, it's called 11 Odd Bits of Victorian Sex Advice with Jen.
So this is old sex
So-
advice.
I got some because a lot of people are making babies right now because now, like you said, it's the 1920s. And so,
Yes.
I mean, if you still got all the parts, I mean, that ship is sailed with me. You picking up what I'm putting down?
That ship left my dock a long time ago. Are you
I
kidding
mean,
me?
I just, you
Hey,
know.
it's in rough waters.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
so sex talk with Jen. This is gonna get awkward, but here we go. So, 11 odd bits. If you're wondering how to take your life and that sort of
I have a
direction of your
question.
life,
I have a
yeah,
question. Now, these are old
yes,
pieces of advice.
yes.
Okay, not necessarily for old people.
No, this was
Ah.
no. This was published. These bits of sex advice
Okay.
were published between 1837 and 1901.
So Cass read them, is what you're
That's
saying.
right.
He might have written them.
I think he
He
did.
did.
I think so.
Yeah, he made a boo-boo.
Okay, so number one, 11 odd bits of Victorian sex advice.
11?
Yeah. Well, I'll try to go quick. Do you want me to start at 11? Here,
No.
I'll start at 11. Sex is a state of mind.
I believe that.
Okay?
That still holds true.
All right. Trying to get pregnant? Well, you should aim for that
What?
you know, let's aim for you need to it needs to culminate in that event that women fake a lot.
I got you.
You feel you
Aim is everything, even for the guy.
Yeah,
You stop and
that's
think about it.
exactly right.
That's
Okay,
true.
number 9, use it or lose it. Now remember, this was written in 1837. Use it or lose it. If you don't use what you got,
Yeah.
it says here it's gonna shrivel up.
Oh,
And
well, it's
then it disappears.
it's like anything else.
That's what they said.
It's got a shelf life.
Yeah,
It's
sex
like anything else.
right before
Yeah.
Number 8, sex right before or after meals is a no-go. Absolutely not. You can't do this.
No sex, no swimming.
Okay.
All right?
Have sex twice a night, once a week. That's well. Listen, I'm just telling you what
All
it
right.
said. Have sex to prevent nature from revolting. Well, I guess it says that nature will revolt and harmony of society will fall apart if people don't
Have the big
have
moment.
have that moment.
All right.
Now, to prevent an STD, give sex workers free examinations. That's
This was written in the 1800s?
1837.
Okay.
Okay, so, and if you're trying to avoid sex, it says here, use a card trick. Because that
Card
will
trick.
use a card. If you're looking to rid your mind of lustful thoughts,
Uh-huh.
you have to have a card plan. Write on a card a number of words, each suggesting a subject of interest or a familiar train of thought, he instructed. When an impure notion comes upon you, the idea of danger which has been associated with it, just say something that's on the cards and it will arrest your attention.
Okay, that's what a magician does. He
Okay.
arrests your attention.
This is written like this. It says that too much hair makes you horny. So large buns coiled atop the head are all the rage, it says, and much to the chagrin of doctors saying if you don't want to have sex, so because they say in guys it creates blood flow to the brain sex center.
That ain't the brain sex. That ain't the sex center. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay, you have to have sex to cure diseases.
So, okay.
And then number 1, I think number 1, be aware, it says that sex makes you stupid.
Well, that's true. Remember the Seinfeld episode?
Knowledge workers of the world, be warned. The accumulated evidence of the world goes to show that celibacy is a most favorable state for honest, good humans.
Okay, I'm so glad you pre-read that.
Yeah.
And then there was an episode of Seinfeld. Do you remember where George refrained from sex and he was a genius?
Yeah. Well, then no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be aware that sex makes you stupid.
All right. So
I pre-read everything.
all my stupid friends out there, nice job.
There you go. Sex talk with Jen. Now
Trending.
yeah, we'll go back.
All right.
To
Some of the
Jen's news
okay.
next.
Some of the trending stuff.
Yes.
Boy, I'll tell you, HBO Max. I didn't read a lot of really good reviews about the
neither
Friends
did I.
reunion, but they had it going on because it paid off. The streaming service got more sign-ups in the opening week of Friends, the reunion, than any other time. And then for the record, it says here, Wonder Woman 1984, which dropped in December, is still the service's biggest driver of sign-ups so far. That movie sucked, by the way. Did you see it?
I didn't.
It was terrible.
Yeah, well, because it got bad reviews.
It sucked. You know, and it was disappointing because the first one was so good.
Yeah,
The first one was outstanding.
Yes, it was.
And then you figure, oh, did Warner Brothers or DC, did they finally figure out how to make their movies as good as Marvel? They did for one movie. But,
well, one is better than none.
I thought it sucked. Do you like the Girl Scout? Do you like them their Girl Scout cookies, as Letterman would say?
Yeah, I did too much.
Ooh, fattening.
Yeah, I got so fat
Oh,
last
You
year.
didn't get fat.
I did.
Think
You
got
didn't see
fat.
the before pictures.
All right.
They ain't pretty, Ron.
All right. Girl Scouts, they got an issue. This ain't pretty. 15 million boxes of cookies that haven't been sold so far.
Yeah, why?
Pandemic.
Oh,
The kids, and how the kids like
well.
how the kids like brown nose. The parents brown nose like a Stop and Shop to set their kids up at the entrance and at the exit.
Yeah,
you know?
forget Stop and Shop. These girls got smart. They're hanging out outside of
Marijuana. Plants,
yes,
Distribution.
dispensary clinics.
Of course.
It's awesome.
But because
They're
of the
smart.
because of the pandemic, they weren't doing that this year.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch, 15 million boxes.
Maybe we can get a discount.
Speaking of shelf life,
Yeah.
apparently they say that these cookies, girls, show us your cookies, as Ed Sullivan once said.
Well,
He had the Girl Scouts. He actually did this. He had the Girl Scouts stand
Wow.
up in his audience and said, "Girls, show us your cookies." Ed Sullivan.
how is that received?
I can't. Well, now it wouldn't be received well, but I
Good
mean,
Lord.
you know.
You know,
So I guess they cut.
man, I
they
like
cut-
those barrettes.
They cut. Oh, geez. They cut Ed some slack. I guess shelf life for Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
You want to take a guess? How long they're good for?
25 years.
1 year.
1 year?
Yeah, it says
Wow.
1 year, but
That
that's
frees 'em.
what they said. Six Flags has unveiled the single biggest roller coaster in Jackson, New Jersey. It's called the Jersey Devil roller coaster. You like roller coasters?
I hate them.
Okay.
No way, man.
This thing's
No way.
13 stories high,
Yeah, all set with that.
58 miles an hour, and listen to this: it has one drop of 87 degrees on the first drop.
Let's walk back. Let's get in your way back machine.
Yeah.
Hey Ron, remember when we were at what is it, Universal? When we had to go when we were working at Pro.
Disney World.
And we went to, was it Disney World? I think it was Universal that night. They brought us out. What? No matter.
No,
so do you?
it was
You don't
Disney
remember going on the roller coaster?
World. I do, but it was the rock and roll.
That's right. You
roller
asked me to
coaster.
go, and I said, "Oh heck no!" No, do you remember how you were when you got off?
We went on it 3 times in a row.
Yes. Do you know what happened on the third time when you got off?
My legs were wobbling.
No. Yeah, you were getting ready to yak.
Yeah.
Is what happened. He
Well, that's
got
a
off
good one.
pasty white.
Yeah. The
3
rock and
times
roll
in a row. It went
roller
upside
coaster.
down.
Yeah, it does.
He
Expedition.
didn't hurl, but he almost did.
And then they added Expedition Everest to Animal Kingdom, and that one
Ooh.
goes backwards.
Really?
Yeah. So I went on that once.
Ooh.
I went on that once, and I said, I can't do that no more.
No.
I can't do that no more.
No,
And
I
one
hate
last
that.
one last thing that's trending that I found really interesting because I wanted
Yeah.
to ask you about this. Our earliest childhood memories begin from the age of 2.5, apparently. This is out of some place called Memorial University. What's your earliest childhood memory? And
Oh,
what
wow.
age would it possibly have been?
And well, I think that it tells you a lot about who I am as an individual. And trending's not over. I have one more. You forgot.
Okay.
That Indian. Oh, can I say that? Native American.
Yeah.
In the 1974 commercial
Oh, crying on the roadway.
for pollution.
Yeah.
I will never ever forget. I just, for some reason, that's the earliest memory I have. Because when
Interesting.
that Native American came to the screen, and it was
Yeah.
a full screen of his face. Oh, there goes my
You
sight.
knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen. And he was crying.
Yep.
That hit me so hard, and I was so troubled by that. And for a lot of years after that, I just sat around pondering, why humans suck so bad.
Yeah, and you know
No,
what?
it made me so
And it
upset.
still upsets me, and it doesn't happen a lot anymore, but it does unfortunately still happen. You're riding in your car on the highway, and all of a sudden somebody just like dumps an ashtray
Why?
out the window. It's like, what's wrong with you?
I don't
people?
understand.
You don't do stuff like that.
You know what makes me happy? Maybe this is wrong, but I'll say it. When I see the guys from the ACI out there picking up trash.
Yeah.
Not because they're picking up trash necessarily. They're getting fresh air. They're doing something good. They're living a purposeful day,
Mhm.
and our roadways are getting clean. And I think it's a win-win situation. So maybe that sounds cruel, but it I think it's a good thing.
I don't know how old I was, but the picture is around somewhere. A professional photographer, my mom and dad had them come to the house and take pictures of my sister, who's 4 years older than me. She always loves it when I point that out. I don't think I was even 3 years old, and I can remember them chasing me around the table in I guess it was the dining room to settle me down in the city.
Were you
of Kentucky.
crying?
Oh, probably. I was.
Oh
always
my
crying
God!
as a
I can't
kid.
imagine you would just.
I was a pain in the ass. when
Yeah,
was
I
a
can
little kid.
imagine that.
Oh,
Definitely.
I was a major pain in the ass when I was a kid.
Wow.
Anyway,
Not
so
surprised.
what you got?
Well, listen, just so to wrap up trending, and next time we do trending, we've got to finally get to the J-Lo Ben Affleck story because I've been dying to talk about. But we'll save that for the next episode.
Do we have to talk about J-Lo?
Yeah, well, I want to talk about Ben Affleck, but again, next episode. A new study, in the grand scheme of things, says that Rhode Island is not all that fun, Ron.
Wallet Hub.
Wallet Hub is back, and a couple weeks ago they put Rhode Island at the 46th most fun, with only Arkansas, Delaware, Mississippi, and West Virginia ranking worse. So I guess it's true. We all define fun a bit differently, and hopefully the place in which we live caters to our personal ideas of entertainment. But Wallet Hub says, when it comes to pure enjoyment in mind, we're awful. We're just not a fun. There's nothing fun about this state.
What number do we rank?
We're 46th.
Oh, I think they did 51 too, because they did the District of Columbia, I think.
Yes.
Oh
that's
man,
right.
we suck.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, so now they're trying to come up with a new slogan for Rhode Island.
Cooler and warmer.
Yeah, cooler. Come to Rhode Island. We suck. Come to Rhode Island. We're kind of fun, but mostly not. I mean,
I kind of like that.
You like that?
Because then you can do the ...
Yeah.
We're kind of fun.
But mostly not.
But mostly not.
Yeah.
You know.
We got stuff.
We're the slim picking state.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
You like that?
I like that a
Slim
lot.
picking
That's good.
state.
So there. That's all I got for trending.
One last question trending before I let you go.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
off
yeah.
the hook. Let me see who did this. Comfort Keepers. I have no idea who they are, but apparently they're the keepers of comfort
Yes.
here in the world. They did a survey.
They're next to the American Egg Board.
They
office.
are right next door.
Right next door.
Right next door.
Yes.
And they asked, "What's bringing joy to your lives these days?" And of course, this is one of those those mall questions, I like to call them, where someone will say, "Well, I really think there should be more educational television. I tune into PBS and I think a lot." And then of course they go home and watch World Wrestling Federation. They give you the answer.
They up on Pornhub.
Yeah,
What
right.
are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah, honey, I'll be in the garage. Yeah, sure,
right.
Stan.
Yeah, sure you will, Stan.
Okay, I'll take my laptop too, honey. Don't bother me.
That's right.
Terrible.
What was the great line? And I don't like Jimmy Fallon all that much, but he did have a really, really good line. The definition of history is what you clear before your wife gets home.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that is a really good line. I like that.
That is good.
I wonder who wrote it for him, because I'm sure he didn't come up with it. But anyway, according to Comfort Keepers, the top thing that people right now, what brings joy into their lives is to be seeing family members once
That's
again.
such
What
a lie.
crock of crap.
That is such a lie.
What a monstrous crock of crap that is.
I'm not
I'm going to put crock of crap. That's a new category.
Okay, that's great. That you find a way to do that. How can I say it?
Crock of crap.
I gotta love my family because they're my family. But if we weren't related, I would never in a million years hang out with them, talk to them,
No, that's
see them.
Oh, come on, that's harsh.
No, there are
That's
millions of
harsh.
people. No, listen, there are millions of people like me all over the world. We are just so different
That I find hard to believe.
with different interests and the ways that we function in the world and what motivates us. No way. I
sorry.
would never.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry for that.
You don't have to be sorry, Ron.
No, I'm not buying that there are millions of people like you. In the
Well,
world. Certainly aren't millions of people
hundreds?
like me. Maybe.
A handful.
Probably in those fun states, which
Okay.
doesn't
Yes,
include us.
that's right. No offense to my family. Do you think they'll take offense?
Yes, absolutely.
Really? They don't care.
Absolutely.
They don't
probably have a voodoo doll of you right now. They're sticking pins in actively.
Well, hey, been there, done that.
You know what? We worked the accordion into the show. We always
Yes.
close with Lady
Is
of
it
Spain
time
and
for
some
that?
other. Not yet, not just yet, but
Oh.
it leads to our Remember When.
Yes.
And people like. I got a lot of feedback about. Oh, we like when you do the Remember When stuff. My mom used to take me for my accordion lesson to downtown Pawtucket, and it was Tullio Gasparini's accordion studios.
Are they still open?
I believe they might be. He's not
Ooh.
still open. He's long gone. Tullio
Oh.
Gasparini is long gone. But it made me think about the trips to downtown Pawtucket. My mom would take me on a Saturday, and then we would go to Grant's in downtown, and we would eat at the lunch counter there.
Oh, that's cool.
It was great.
That's
And
really cool.
I
Ron.
bought a turtle there once, a couple
A
of
live
times.
turtle?
They used to sell little turtles, goldfish. They're just a tiny little.
Was it a
turtles.
drugstore?
It was a yeah. It was like there was
it like
Grant's.
Woolworth?
There was Grant's, and right next door to
Okay.
it was Woolworth
Okay, all right.
in downtown Pawtucket. But I started playing with it, and I said, who was my accordion teacher? What was the guy's name? His name was Tony Leone. So I Googled
Tony
him.
Leone.
So listen to this.
That's a name.
So I Googled him.
Yes.
He just passed away at the age of 98 years old.
Oh, I was going to say you should contact him.
Well, that'd be difficult.
Yeah, wow.
Now, but 98 years old. Imagine that.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah. So just
Rest in peace, Tony Leone.
December 2020. He was always upset with me because I never practiced.
Well, listen.
I never practiced.
Remember when you and I, this is so crazy. Ron, after a show that we had done, he said, I have to go get my bellows fixed. You want to come for a ride? 2 hours later, are we in New Hampshire somewhere? Or was it Vermont?
It's Vermont.
Oh my God, he takes me up to Vermont.
Well, you knew it was a long trip.
Well, I did. You. No, I knew that it was a long, but for some reason, I thought it was just over the border. And it was this.
Remember the name of the place?
I remember dogs, vaguely kind of.
They had a beautiful little doggy there.
I remember dogs. And then, so then we drove home, and then you had to go back. Wasn't there? Did you drop it off? And then you had
I had to go back and drop it off.
And then you had to go. I don't think I went on the second trip.
No. It's called the Button Box. BUTTON,
right.
the Button Box. And that's where Patty got me the accordion, this beautiful instrument that we'll play a little bit later. She got that for a specific birthday, very special birthday for me. So that was a surprise.
50th?
Not that one, no. And it was a surprise. So that was really, really cool.
You guessed then.
Yes, you guess which
smart
birthday.
People
it had a 0 next to it, but I'm just
10 years later.
I'm just not really all that proud that that has come and
Listen,
gone.
And that's not. I was listening to something, and
I thought you said there'd be no touching because of the pandemic.
Well, no, because you're my best friend.
Yeah.
I was listening to something, and just to point something out to all y'all who are feeling a little old these days and don't know what the hell's going on in the world, and you don't know the names of any of the singers or the people in the movies, because I've moved into that category.
I don't care about that.
Here's what I know: that aging is a privilege. It truly is. And I am so grateful to still be alive. I am so grateful to be here on this podcast. And I'm so grateful to be sitting here putting my hand on your shoulder, just like that.
Well.
No, is it? I mean, don't you think it's fun to age?
Well, in certain aspects, yeah.
It's not fun to look at your body naked in the mirror aging.
Well, when people,
so you try not to do that.
When people ask you, would you like to be 25 again? No.
No. Oh, God, no.
God, would you like to be 35 again?
No way. I would never, ever go back.
I did it, and I done it.
Yeah, once was enough.
I done it, and once is enough. All right. Want to move on to food? Because we love talking about food.
Yes, definitely.
7-Eleven's going to bring back the free Slurpee.
Oh, that's good.
For the month.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, people were showing up. Remember the first time they did it, people were showing up with garbage cans, and they were filling garbage cans with Slurpees and stuff
their
like
own
that.
Stuff,
Free Slurpees will only be available to the chains. Oh, that sucks. 7 Rewards loyalty program. That's not free.
Yeah, so you need the app.
Nah, that sucks.
You got to download it. They want to get you. They want your personal info so they can try to hook you.
Screw 7-Eleven.
That's what Bed Bath & Beyond.
Screw 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Broccoli apparently is once again the favorite vegetable of America. Do you like broccoli?
I
you love vegetable and fruit.
I do.
You love vegetables and fruit.
No, I don't like broccoli. It gets stuck in your teeth.
You know what I've acquired?
Honestly, those little trees.
You know what I've acquired a taste for?
Brussels
I really
sprouts.
like Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
They're like little teeny cabbages.
They're awesome. You could put them on the grill. You can put them in the oven. You put a little oil on those suckers. They're awesome.
Put a little oil, put a little balsamic vinegar on them.
Yeah.
Bounce them around, mix them up, throw them on the grill. They're great.
All right, when are you making dinner?
I'm not making dinner.
You're not making dinner.
Not today, at least.
Hi, Hazel.
Folks at McDonald's, here we go again. They're replacing humans with robots.
Well, listen, it's a matter of time before AI takes all of our jobs.
I guess, which is just so unfortunate. But, that's why when I go to the market basket, 23 aisles, all the cashiers, all human beings, all nice, all right?
Yeah,
providing jobs. You go to Stop and Shop, you're lucky if 2 aisles are open up, and then it's all self-service crap. You know what? Nah, I'm much more in tune with going where people are still working.
Listen, I agree with you, but I mean, but this is the difference between these big corporations that want to make the maximum amount of money, and these places, whether it be a big chain that everybody goes to or a big supermarket chain that everybody goes to. I'm not saying the names because I don't want to get in trouble. You never know. They say that their prices are lower. They're not. They overcharge you for it, and then they say 25% off. So then it actually brings it down to what that price should have been all along, but you think you're getting a discount, and they know because they've done studies and focus groups.
Right.
If people think that they're getting a discount, they're more apt to spend their money. So I hate the deviousness that these people use to try to get
It's
us
a technique. It's
to
not.
manipulate. It is devious. They manipulate us to get our money. I hate that. Just tell us what the price is. We decide whether we want to buy it
That's
or not.
why everything is. It's always it's
I
always
think
seven.
that's wrong.
It's always $7.99 instead of $8 because people think they're getting a bargain.
Yeah, I don't
Our
like it.
fur friends today.
Yes.
We want to point out, make sure as the summer hits us, because this is airing, or this is posted, by the way, first day of summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so make sure dogs have plenty of water.
That's
and
right.
Make sure you keep them in the shade.
That's
and
right.
don't walk them on the hot tar because it burns their pads.
Yeah,
You know, and I mean that's not cool.
And in the heat.
they can't look at you and say, "Hey, my feet are burning."
Oh, how about this? Don't walk it. Why do people run at 12 p.m.? They're on a 20-mile
Right.
jog when there's 100% humidity.
Unless that's the only time you can do it,
Right.
don't do it.
Your
then.
dog has a fur coat,
Right.
so early in the morning or
right.
when the sun is going down,
Yep.
that's when you walk your dog. You know, and you break them. I mean, my God, I can't stand people walking heavy-coated dogs
Yeah,
at
don't do
1 p.m.
Yeah.
You know,
When the sun's at its
on a
highest.
95-degree day, it
When the
drives me
sun's at its
bananas.
highest, it's not good.
Can't stand
not
it.
good. I noticed on our Facebook page you posted you're asking people to post a home remedy
Yeah,
that you were given as a child.
that's right.
All right, so do us a favor
Mm-hmm.
and head on over to our Facebook page. You can see it's Ron and Jen's Great Escape on Facebook, and we would like to hear from you.
Sure.
Post a home remedy you were given as a child, and people can also email you.
That's right. So if you would like to send an email, criticisms, complaints, things
No.
that what? Oh.
Input.
Okay, input.
Yeah.
Complaints.
Complaints.
Well, because some people love to complain, so I'm allowing you
Yeah.
to do that. All comments are welcome.
No
So,
blank Sherlock.
you-
People like to complain.
Jen Brien, JenBrien at
Yes.
rocketmail.com. Okay, so
All
you
right.
can send your inquiries. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay, there. So did you want to do the slip and slide story?
This
you wanna
is
save
our
that?
brouillon of the week.
Yes, okay, this is awesome. I mean, everybody knows what a slip and slide is, right? You just hose it down. It's
Yeah.
just a piece of plastic.
Little
You-
backyard thing.
Yeah, and you run and you kill yourself and you jump across. Okay, NBC's upcoming competition show, it's called The Ultimate Slip and Slide, had a crappy start, literally, according to The Wrap. Production on the show,
This is
hosted by
disgusting.
Bobby Moynihan, who was on SNL.
Here's on SNL, yeah.
It's been put on pause after an outbreak of, this is in quotes, awful, explosive diarrhea.
Explosive.
Explosive. Now, an insider tells The Wrap that people were collapsing on set and running for the porta potties during filming. Apparently, the water being used in the slip and slide challenges, it wasn't as fresh as the show's take on Whammo iconic 1960s outdoor game, and that's what infected the crew members. So you're supposed to use a garden hose, right? So I don't know what these people were using. So there was bacteria in the water. It gave them all this explosive diarrhea. The health and safety of everyone on the set, they say, is their number one priority. So out of an abundance of caution, they made the decision to stop production of the ultimate slip and slide at that current location. And a rep for the studio says in a statement, we're in the process of determining next steps in order to complete production.
Not exactly rolling out the barrel on that one,
No,
are they?
everybody's had explosive diarrhea. We all know what that is. It's unfortunate. It happens.
This
That's
is
when
for
you-
Tony Leone.
Tony Leone.
God rest.
God rest. Explosive is when you have to use a public restroom to go because you can't make it home. And then you do some wash. You feel me? You underwear, right?
Alrighty. Explosive diarrhea ends our program in more
It's awful.
ways than
Well,
one.
we hope you remember us. Ron and Jen's Great Escape. Explosive diarrhea.
Go on Facebook and post a home remedy you were given as a
Yes.
child, and we will share those in our next podcast. And be good to each other, all right?
You try to be.
All
All
right.
right. We'll see you next time.
All right, do your darndest out there.